Welcome to day 26 of 29 days of Melanated Excellence in celebration of Black History Month. And the topic of today's video is literally initiation. One of the questions I get all the time from people is, should you initiate? You have people that are like, I'm never going to initiate. I don't need to do that. Blase, blase, blase. This, that, and the other. So there's a lot of controversy on this topic. I feel that the controversy stems from misinformation. And the misinformation is that one cannot have any relationship with ancestral spirits unless one initiates. And that's a yes and a no. It's more complex than a yes or no answer. So what do I mean by that? Again, I always speak from my perspective, my upbringing, my experiences, the people that I practice with, my mentors, so on and so forth. When my mom was getting into Ifa, Santeria, she did not initiate the same day. When she was getting into Espiritismo, Criollo, my mom did not initiate, get baptized into that religion right away. I always compare it to Christianity or any type of religious practice, right? So when people are getting into Catholicism or any type of Protestant religion, even though they do baptize babies in Catholicism, the godparents always go through classes. They always go through classes so they can learn the significance of baptism, what their responsibility would be as godparents, so on and so forth. Same thing goes with more Protestant church. So when I was Pentecostal and I got baptized at the age of 12, I had to go through baptismal classes so we could understand what is the meaning of baptism. So there's so many, I call false teachers, people that scam people into thinking that when they're getting into the paths that have to do with orishas or loas or whatever, that the first thing you need to do is initiate. And that is not true. Okay, the first thing that you need to do is, if you really feel like these spirits are calling to you, is to go to someone that you trust, someone that you feel, so you can go for some type of spiritual investigative reading, una investigación, whatever. So you may go to a babalao, you may go to a santera, you may go to whatever, whatever you're being called to go to, you would have that type of reading performed. A babalao can help you with specifically orishas. Mambo could specifically help you with loa. A spiritualist can kind of help you with multiple spirits. Okay, so depending on what you're actually being called to. Are you being called to one path, two path, whatever? It's the reason why I offer a spiritual investigative reading, because this reading involves multiple types of spirits, because I do have connections with and practice more than one thing separately, but I do. So basically, when you get this type of reading, you're going to be able to know what spirits are willing to work with you and build a relationship. So basically, I'm saying all this to say this. If you are called into something, then a mentor will come into your life. While there's YouTube videos that teach you how to do stuff, which I think are valuable and things like that, always make sure that you take everything you see on social media with a grain of salt, only because there's a lot of misinformation. That same ideal goes into literature. I get asked a lot all the time, like, what books should I do, whatever. I'm like the worst person to ask that in a way, because my knowledge doesn't come from books that are written by people, and that's how I learned about these things. So I grew up in the tradition, and these are religions that are orally passed down. So your godparents, the whole job of your godparents is not just to initiate you. That's not what it is. Initiation is like the afterthought or the last thing. What a godparent's actually supposed to do, what an elder is supposed to do, what a mentor is supposed to do, is actually teach you the principles of the religion first. What spirits want to work with you, how to set up altars, the things that I teach you in classes, right? Because I can't take on 1,000,000 godchildren. I'm not in that space right now. But the spirits are like, but you can teach people at least the setup, because the reason why even classes that I give are needed is because so many people are quick to take your money and then do initiations over Skype and do all this stuff. And then all of a sudden the person paid for the ritual and the godparents disappears. And that's wrong, because a godparent is supposed to be someone that you have a lifelong connection to. It's not about age. Like once you take a godchild on, that child, that person that initiated into the religion, you're supposed to teach them. It's a lifelong relationship of mentor student, and then that person can go on, and if that's their calling, they can. And that's how the oral tradition keeps going, and we prevent all this misinformation that's going on, because there's a lack of elders, there's a lack of ethics. People are turning to social media, and that's where the disservice comes from and the misinformation comes from, because so many people, not everybody, but there's so many people that are giving themselves false titles. Even if they have the title, they're not doing it for the best purpose of the person coming to them. They're trying to sell all these really expensive rituals, but they're teaching the person nothing. I've known people that are initiated that know nothing about anything, that I'm teaching them things in my classes, and I'm like, but you got initiated. What did your godparent? Oh, I never even heard from my godparent after we did the initiation. So before you initiate, research who you're initiating under, what type of person they are. Is this person really somebody that the spirits have brought into your life? Or is it because you're such in a rush and you're so excited that you're kind of putting your blinders on and you're not really seeing the person for who they are? Initiations are very expensive. You can only do an initiation in person. There is no like thing where you would do it over the internet. That's not a thing. Also, an initiation is done over a matter of days. So there's certain locations, there's certain things that will have to be done. Okay. But again, before initiation, that you initiate somebody, or before somebody initiates you, they're supposed to teach you. Okay, that's why I offer classes as non-initiates, just to get some people started, because initiation isn't for everybody. Some people just want to learn about the ancestors so they can have a personal and private practice. There's nothing wrong with that. I know many people that work with orishas that grew up in the tradition that have never initiated, and they've taught people, and those people, and that's okay too, because again, they're seeking knowledge from someone who is an initiate, from someone who knows how to work with these spirits properly. And that's fine, because they've built the relationship with the spirits. You can have a very beautiful relationship with the spirits outside of initiation. The most important thing is building relationships. So this whole thing, you can't do nothing until initiate, it's not actually correct. You shouldn't start something if you don't know what you're doing. That's what I've always said all these years in this channel, is respect our religion. Make sure you get a mentor. Make sure you're getting the appropriate knowledge. Make sure you know what you're doing. It's more out of respect for the spirits, not me trying to be a gatekeeper, but me trying to keep these religions traditional, me trying to make people, like not make, but have people understand that it's about learning how to serve them properly, so we show a sign of respect, right? So what initiation is important rite of passage. It will give you the full power of the Orisha. You will learn more about which aspect of the Orisha you have, how to work with your main, spirits and crowning and all that beautiful stuff. That is important. But the most important thing is your mentor. Before you even could think about initiation, research your mentor. Make sure this is the person the spirits have put into your path. That's what, again, I give classes for non-initiates. So when you guys go and seek out your godparents and all of that, because right now at this time I'm not taking on godchildren. That's something I don't feel is my calling at this time. Doesn't mean it's not going to be in the future. There are certain things I want to personally take care of and within my own spirituality, if I were to offer myself in that way. And I also want to be selective, because it's about quality. It's about, am I willing to have this lifelong relationship with someone? And so that's why I offer knowledge, because I love to help people get back into their spirituality and start their spirituality and see where that takes them and the different paths they go, and how some of them have already been initiated after taking my class. They felt comfortable, they knew the basic knowledge, they weren't scammed out of money, and their life has been changed, right? So the mentor part is the most important, because unfortunately, when it comes to literature, there's so much false information out there. And again, these are closed traditions. So most practitioners, the elders, the ones that you're trying to get the information from, the traditionalists, we're not going to show you altars on video. We're not going to do spells or rituals live streaming. We're not going to do that, because we're from the old school of, we have taken vows and promises not to do that. Our spirits are very secretive, okay? Onrula literally got upset with Ochosi when he thought that when he saw that somebody followed him when he was doing sacred ritual to Onrula, okay? They don't like that, okay? There are stories about people making the Orishas upset, because when the Orishas are like, don't tell people this, and people break their vows, kind of like, oh yes, the spirits let me do this, and I know this and that, and then things happen to those people in the stories, in the Patakis, because there is something to secrecy. These are like, if you will, like the Freemasons. You don't see Freemasons making videos on YouTube and talking about Freemasonry like that. Freemason is a closed society. That is the same idea with Haitian voodoo, Santeria, and things like that. These are closed traditions. And they're closed traditions for a reason, because the knowledge is not meant to be in such an open space. There are people that don't mind bringing you into this thing, calling you into rituals, teaching you one-on-one, because you're going to get that real information. If someone's just trying to initiate you without teaching you anything, that should be a red flag. So the most important thing before one can even think about initiation is seeking a mentor. That should be one of the first things that you pray for. Like, can I please find a mentor that knows what they're talking about? And then from there, if you are being called to initiate, especially if you're wanting to do work for others, if you're wanting to mentor other people in these paths, you do have to initiate, right? Because initiation is going to help you to have even a stronger relationship with the spirits. It's going to take your practice onto that next level. You're going to learn the secrets. You're going to learn so many things, right? And then that way, if your calling is to teach others, you can do that. You're gonna, they're gonna tell you to, make vows and things like that, because there's certain things we cannot share with the public, only unless they're our godchildren. And you will learn all those things, and that's a beautiful thing. But it's not something that has to be done tomorrow. I think so many people are so quick to initiate, they're not understanding what initiation actually is. The most important thing is getting your mentor, developing these relationships. If you are really called to something, I don't believe in coincidences. The spirits are going to open limitless doors to you. They're going to find that person for you. They're going to give you that resource. You understand what I'm saying? And that's why I give classes, so people can get started, and it prevents them from being scammed by people that are wanting to charge these crazy amount of prices just because someone's trying to get closer to their spirit guides. So, but however, if you are being called to be initiated into something, it's going to happen. The money will be there, the teacher will be there, the time will be there, all these things, because initiations are going to cost money, because they require various people to come into the ritual. You're living amongst people. You're traveling. You have to travel to certain sacred places. It's a very intricate thing. There's offerings that are made and a bunch of stuff. So that's why the prices are what they are. But it's not something that has to be done overnight. It is something that could be done over time. I took a long time before I initiated into certain paths. My mother took a long time before she initiated into certain paths. She went and searched for an appropriate godfather. And they made a lifelong relationship. I love her godfather. He taught her so many things. He would take her, when he would do things with clients, he would take her as a student. Like, she wouldn't do the readings, but she'll be able to observe and stuff. And there's something to be said about that. Like, that is such a powerful thing when you can learn at the feet of teachers and elders. And that is a thing that still happens. It will happen for you. It will happen for you. I just feel like sometimes we get so excited and we're such in a rush to do everything that sometimes is a disservice, because it opens us up to people that prey on that excitement and want to scam you out of things. So please be sure that if you're going to seek out a mentor, that you're seeking out somebody, one who knows what they're talking about, and 2, is it going to scam you out of money? Okay. So the most important thing is to find your mentor and take your time. The spirits will let you know if and when you will initiate. And that's all I wanted to say. Okay, guys? Much love, much light, much blessings. Thank you so much for watching this video, guys. Until the next video. And happy 29 Days of Millionaire Excellence. And this was day 26 video. We have a video coming Saturday, Sunday, and then the last one on Monday. So 3 more videos and the series will be over this year, guys. Much love, light. Bye, guys.